Okay, this next one's irritability and impatience. Anybody a little bit irritable most of the time, impatient? This is a big one. One, we're irritated with each other. That's haughty. It's pride. Because we're not going to just step back and say, like, I'm in a hurry. I don't have time to talk to you. Then your time is more important than mine. Now, I'm not saying it's somebody who wants to take up all your time. Okay, there's a balance to what I'm saying. But overall, you'll take the time when there's irritation or you're not impatient with them. You'll listen out like situation. Just like there's somebody right there. But anyway, this is indicative of our pride rather than somebody else's imperfections. Because you'll feel irritated and be justified about you being irritated because they pick you up and they're a hot mess. Well, no, you're the hot mess, right? You know how that is, the blaming, hey, there's 3 more pointing back at me. Yeah. That's exactly it. Because we're saying, oh, these people don't know how to drive. No, you don't know how to drive with patience. These people are so, and I'm telling you, God will keep getting you that line at mire that you end up, I'm like, what? Some lady goes, why am I in this line? That she goes, don't come behind me. This is going to be the one that stops. Or I go, you must need to learn some patience. I'm moving over here because I've been through that. Now I'm not saying I don't have to keep going through that. But God goes, it's the work of the flesh. Our flesh is ugly and nasty ones that always have its will and its way. We stomp it down by saying, no, I'm going to honor God. I'm going to humble myself. Okay? Next one, I think we all know that. That's good. Since I have a lot, I'm going to kind of go through it quick. If you want to write it down. Number 7, lack of submissive attitude. Now, submission in my growing up has been an ugly 15-letter word, or probably letters in it. It's been an ugly word. Because submission meant to me, someone can shoot you down, talk down to you, and be nasty to you, and you still got to obey them. Now, submission to God. He loves you. He died for you already. So you're good. You're good to submit to a loving God that already died for you. He'd do everything for you. Anything for you, he already did for you. Right? That's not hard. A little bit harder when we come into the church. I'm not trying to toot my horn as a leader or the pastors or leaders here. I'm not trying to say that. But it will benefit us to be submissive first to God and then to those who are your leaders. Your teachers, I guarantee you, if you in school and college or whatever you're going through a school, if you will pray for your teachers, I'm saying the worst one, bless them, pray for them. Because God said that those that are proud, he opposes in James 4, which we're going to go to that scripture in a bit because I love it, they amplified it. If you haven't read it in that, you want to hear it. But it says that God actually will oppose you. I'm thinking, wow, it's not that he'll just trip you. Like, if you're on your way, doing your own thing. He doesn't just trip you. He comes and he fights you. Who wants to fight God? If you're proud, he's going to fight you. And you are proud by not, it says to be in subject to our authorities. That's President Obama. That's your teachers. That's your clergy people, the ministers and people. That when you leave a place, I don't like some things in our policy, and I cannot like. I have the right to not like them. We can disagree, and it doesn't sound right, but we can disagree and still be submissive. In the sense that we're praying and lift God. Bless President Obama. Fill him with your Holy Ghost. Set him on fire. Get him saved, Lord. Save him. You can always pray that every single day, can you not? Your worst teacher that you have or someone in your life, pray for him, pray for him, pray for him. Because guess what? When you curse people, they're so hard to deal with. They're such a jerks. They're so mean. They don't even like you. It's curse, 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 curse. God's going, stand up, and then I'm going to fight you because you just won't obey me. So when we get ourselves humble before the Lord, God, I'm not perfect. I say things I shouldn't. I'm sorry, God. Please forgive me, Lord. I'm argumentative. I care too much about myself, not other people. See, when we break down pride, it looks a lot different than just going, I'm the king of the world, and I'm haughty and proud, right? With your nose stuff. This looks a lot different when you break it down. Let's pray for the leaders. Let's pray for our leaders of our country. when we disagree, nothing's wrong with you having a disagreement with some things here. I want to make that clear because I've said some things and people kind of get offended. It's okay. If it's the word, you can be offended all day. I can't apologize for the word. But if you're something about me, if I'm just mean and nasty or something, then I need to repent. I'm big enough to repent. I'm good with it. I really don't have a problem with that. But I'm saying I'm a work in progress. I think we all are. And, you know, we're all on a journey. I want to just keep being submitted and keep God use me and do your thing. Number 8, are we on 8? Not easily corrected. There's this pastor in East Valley. He's retired now, but he was famous for when people would come up to him with a problem or an issue, like maybe something that wasn't even nice. He would listen to them. He would shake their hand, say thank you, and he would say, I'll get back with you on that, because he just didn't want to blurt out, you know, because it's kind of pride. Sometimes you do have an answer, right? But sometimes we don't. Sometimes we're like, was I really this way, or did this? We don't always know. Let me go pray on that. I'll get back to you. He shook their hands, thanked them for coming, and then he go away and pray and seek counsel. He'd seek his board or counsel people that he had close, and then he'd go back with them. He did this for so many years. He's known for that. I thought that's a beautiful example, beautiful picture. Because like with someone that's proud, and I point to myself because I'm going, it was so much worse than it is today. I'm glad that I've seen some progress in myself. But I care. I want to be all God wants me to be. I want to be a total yielded, surrendered vessel. Get it all out of me, God, because I don't want to be. I love that picture of that guy with that murder by pride. I don't want to murder what God has for me. See, God, and we're going to stop growth in our life, growth even in this church. If we're a church, and normally we'd never say that about this church, right? Because we're all hurting in some things, right? If it's not finances, it's relationships, it's a lot of different things going on here. So I would never think to ever bring up pride, but the Lord's saying it, so I have to. Anyway, number 9, receive correction, but there's no change. We have a flip side of a person who might always agree with leadership or people, oh yeah, but they're not listening really at all, and they never change anything. That's also fine. I don't have to stay there very long. Number 10, needing others to take your advice. I think we as parents, and I'm just coming into this, oh my goodness, I just really thought, especially even as a minister, we give a lot of people counsel. And I'm thinking a big percentage don't ever take the advice. And that's hard. It is hard because you know that their life is not going to be good, but we have to let that go and say, you know what, I did what God told me to do. I said what God told me. Even tonight, I'm saying what God told me to do. It is up to you what you will do. Doesn't mean sometimes it doesn't make me like, why don't people, but I have to let it go because I can't be full of pride about that. I don't think I'd stay long on it. Number 11, the need to proclaim titles and degrees. Oh my goodness, when I was first called as an evangelist, and people started acknowledging me as that, I would say it every day to somebody. I'm an evangelist, I'm an evangelist. So somebody was like, why do you feel the need that you have to say that all the time? And I was just like, wow, this is so rich. This is pretty pathetic of me, right? And so I had to just, I think my learning has been such schools of hard knocks. I mean, if you won't learn by just hearing the word and doing it, you get to have somebody by you or in your life that is worse than you, that's going to irritate something out of you until you start to go, but you know what's funny? You can have someone in your life that's just like you that will irritate you the most. But you'll never know. You will never usually acknowledge with a pride, they're just like you. The kid in your life, your children, that irritate you the most, is just like you. Hello? God will keep even bringing, because since he's opposing the proud, but gives grace to the humble, he's going to keep bringing somebody. If you don't learn the lesson in your one job, you go to another job, they're going to be twice as hard. So you go, but how many people do you think ever go, man, that's just, we don't. Do we really think about it? Do you ever say that? The person that irritates you the most, you will acknowledge, that's just like me. Not many people will. But we need to start seeing ourselves. This word isn't going to help anybody. Because how many, when you bring up one of these things, they go, oh my God, that is just like my sister. That's just like my uncle. But we won't see that to be. And I'm saying, we all have a basic need to be loved, to be accepted, and that's okay. But if you don't get it from God, I can't fulfill you. Nobody else here can fulfill you. We know sex, drugs, and rock and roll cannot fulfill you. It'll make you crazy, but it won't fulfill you. I say, yeah, it will not work, right? Number 12, being stubborn. Webster's defines stubbornness as unduly determined to exert one's own will, not easily persuaded, and difficult to handle or work resistance. Oh my goodness. I came out of the womb like that. And I see these pictures where I'm a little baby and they stuck me in these one little cherry bombs right there. My relatives work with your family, or like with they were the cherry bombs. And I remember they put me in here. And I remember as a little girl, my dad, he used to take me because they thought it was funny to take me out. And they put me in between the couch and I couldn't get out. So I would just get great. I remember my face, and I remember my mom saying, get on the floor like I have a temper tantrum until my face was like a tomato. And so I'm thinking I just came out like this. Nobody has to learn pride and stubbornness and self-will. We come out kind of like that, and some more than others. I prayed, why? I don't know why. I prayed for 3 strong goals. What was I thinking? I guess I just want to be all leaders, all do, but turn that around and it's bad, it's ugly. So I'm thanking the Lord right now for them staying with God. It's not a peaceful day. That's a Spanish word, coach. Okay, 13. Comparison, this is the last of my little list here today. Comparison and competition. 2 Corinthians 10:12. It says that you're unwise to compare yourself. Do not compare yourself with anyone. You're uniquely designed to do something for God. And if God whispers in your ears and He tells you in a secret place, then He can do it through you. He wants to do it. He wants to use you. Does it make you greater than anyone here? No. Does it make you less than? No. It makes you just God's child. How about we all just be God's children? Now I'm okay with, and we need to, like Paul even said, I'm an apostle. He did declare that. Nothing's wrong with that. For some reason, when I say I'm a prophetess, people get so wigged out by that. And people are like, if you're really a prophet, no prophet says they're a prophet. I never heard that scripture. Where did you say that? Why is that like a sin? Why is that so wrong? I don't know. But people don't like that. So anyway, whatever we are, whoever we need to be confident in that. Because when you're confident inside you, ain't nobody can take away from you. Ain't nobody, when God gives you something, tells you something in a secret place, nobody can steal that from you. That's nobody can take that from you. And so it doesn't matter. You need to know that. You need to start saying from the Word, I am more than a conqueror. I am God's beloved. I'm God's child. When you know that, the devil, demons in hell can't strip that from you. They can't take that from you. And we need to be confident in that, because as we're growing, the church is growing. The church is going to grow even more. Exponentially, we are believing for in this place, especially with discipleship. When we're doing what God's telling us to do, there ain't no way He's not going to add to it. But we gotta be all fixed inside. I'm not saying perfect, but our heart just whole. I mean, I know I preached most of my life just broken and hurt, and so that's a broken and hurt person breaks and hurts other people, right? Because they're not whole themselves. God wants you He wants to mend you. He's a great clay maker. He's a great potterer, right?